Oakland as the crowds at Oracle Arena look to cheer on the hometown Warriors. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Indiana Pacers. And what really made that outcome a surprise was how lopsided it was.
And across the board in that game, they just shot the lights out. They had a fantastic offensive night.
Yeah, rarely do you see a team get that hot. In total, I mean, everybody was knocking them down. They were spraying it from everywhere.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, the two stars, LeBron and Love. At the 3 and the 4, Irving is out there with Amari Shumpert. And it's Gobert in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Clock at 4. Here's Curry. Drops it in from 11 feet. Curry's got the first points up on the board here for the Warriors.
And that's a nice way for his team to get started.
Yeah, really nice start for his team to get out in front here.
Harrison Barnes, the 7th overall pick in 2005.
Watch out! Oh, what a throwdown there. Man!
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
Yeah, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
On defense, Cleveland. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, and you look back to last year, these two teams were very evenly matched. They split the 2 games that they played.
Count that one.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
So it's the Cavaliers now. It's a 3-point game. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Going back for a second to your comment, Steve, and the standoff these teams played to last year, it may have been an indicator of how closely matched the teams in the middle of both conferences were.
Well, we know these 2 teams were certainly closely matched.
Love against Green. He dishes it to Curry. The feed to Bogut. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Oh, how about that basketball, fan?
Beautiful.
Wow. You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off the left rim and out.
Well, they finally miss on their 4th shot of the game. That's a good way to start things off.
It's stolen by Curry. And he lays that one in. Curry's got his 2nd basket.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
LeBron against Barnes. 6 feet out. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, LeBron has an interesting tradition during the playoffs. He turns his cell phone off, stops watching sports television, and instead he watches movies and reads books. It sounds like a good life lesson for all of us.
Good on the 2nd free throw. And for LeBron, that tradition started a handful of seasons ago, Clark. You'll even catch him reading books before games.
Well, you know, I've heard it said that all readers aren't leaders, but all leaders read. And LeBron James, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, autobiographies of Malcolm X, Jerry West, and even his friend Jay-Z, he has dedicated himself to expanding his knowledge. That's a good sign.
As you did. You are voracious.
I love to read. I've always loved to read.
Barnes can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trailing. Outside Irving. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
He had a defender draped all over. Not really the best shot there.
Well, not the shot you hope for when it's well contested like that.
Barnes passes to Curry. Kicks it to Green. Gobert with the block. Here's Thompson. And again, no good by Golden State. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Floats one, and he gets it to go. Irving's got his first bucket of the night. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. He said they've really got their work cut out for them dealing with a player like Kevin Love, saying he's a 25 points per game scorer and can just dominate the glass. Defensively, you just can never leave him open. No open shots, get a body on him the second a shot goes up. He knows it's easier said than done, but guys, that's the game plan.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. LeBron's shot is good.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Warriors have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Lee comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Kicks it out to Love. Back to Irving. Pass to LeBron. Here's Thompson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And stolen by James. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
The Warriors, one of the top defensive teams in the league the last couple of seasons, and the improvement coincided with a change in defensive strategy, sending pick and rolls down towards the sideline. They've got bigs. Andrew Bogut can really protect the rim. So they're doing what coaches call shrinking the floor, and it's been very effective for them.
Outside Irving. The kick out to LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Warriors shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Iguodala with it, picked up by Thompson. Here's Spates. Kicks it out to Iguodala. The dish to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Smith with it. On the wing, Irving. And the call will be against Shaun Livingston. Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their success rate from the stripe this season about 77%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Either team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
And I thought they built this lead mainly because of their work on the glass. They really dominated the rebounding totals.
And it takes an effort from all 5 guys to get a rebounding advantage like that. Everybody has to rebound the ball. That's how you finish off your defense.
Barnes and Lee are the 3 and 4. Iguodala out there with Livingston, and it's Spates in at the 5 down low. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Livingston dishes to Barnes, feeds it to Livingston. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Clock at 4. And that one's good, Barnes. Barnes has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Warriors. And here are the Cavaliers now, trailing by 2. The screen from Thompson. Here's Dellavedova, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And let's go down to a list of players you can't leave open under any circumstances. This season's most accurate small forwards from the field. 4th, LeBron James.
And that tells you about those players' ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively. Because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of shooting percentage.
But you also have to have an excellent outside shot, and All of them do it. Small forward, you have to be reliable from the perimeter as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green comes in for Maurice Spates. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, David Lee is one of the more skilled power forwards in the NBA. He credits his skill level in part to growing late. He said, "I wasn't always the biggest guy growing up. I was actually a point guard my freshman year of high school. I played some wing and some at guard. Kevin, he kept those skills as he grew."
One of the best passing big men in the game, Doris. Thank you. Looking at David Lee, you know, guys, the one thing that really stands out about him, and there's a lot, but a very well-rounded offensive game.
He's so mobile. He's an ambidextrous finisher around the rim. He can step out and hit that mid-range jumper. You know, the ability to use both hands kind of reminds me of you, Kevin, how you sometimes hold the mic in your left hand, sometimes with the right.
I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah, one thing about Steve, he is observant. You know that. He doesn't miss much.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Here's James, throws down the breakaway jam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Lee outside. Curry with a wide open look. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And David Lee is great playing off the ball in the pick and roll. He really is one of the very best at that particular skill. He can put it on the deck, handles it in many ways like a guard in 6-7 dribble situations. And with his passion, he can punish the defense for trying to help him double team him.
And he gets the bucket.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Timeout called the Warriors.
And you talk about Lee's versatility. He can score with his back to the basket or facing up, a real triple threat from the high post.
And the Warriors with some changes. Bogut comes in for David Lee. And it's Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. Cleveland also making some changes. Love's checked in for Gobert. Shumpert comes in for James. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. And it's Love penetrating. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, few would have predicted back when Kevin Love was drafted 5th out of UCLA in 2008 that he'd become the superstar player we see today. And he's transformed his body and expanded his game year after year.
And talk about the physical transformation for Kevin Love. Leaner, quicker, and stronger.
Yeah, credit yoga and Pilates. He's trying to be the very best he can be, and he's putting in the work to do that, so it actually helped him more at the defensive end.
Got a piece of it. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending, reflected away.
Shumpert with it. 11-point game his last outing. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from 12. And too long on the shot.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Offensive rebound.
Gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do it. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Irving kicks to Shumpert. Cleveland moving it around. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Smith. Love's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.